What you are about to hear is not a theory, not a prediction, and not something planned for the distant future. This is already happening across Europe right now. Cities that once felt stable, familiar, and deeply European are changing faster than anyone expected. For many people who grew up in these places, the sense of home they once knew no longer feels the same. By the end of this video, you will understand why millions across Europe are asking whether their cities are changing too. It's fast to control. Across the continent, entire neighborhoods have transformed in just one generation. Languages have shifted. Traditions have faded. Public safety has weakened. And in many cities, the native population is quietly leaving. These are not isolated stories. They form a pattern. In today's video, we are going to look at 10 European cities in 2026, where immigration now dominates daily life and has reshaped culture, identity, and security in ways few expected. This is not about hate. It is not about blaming individuals. It is about understanding scale, speed, and consequences. And once you see the full picture, it becomes impossible to ignore. Number 10 is Malmö, Sweden. Malmö was once a symbol of Swedish order and calm. Families walked safely through clean streets. Neighborhoods felt quiet and familiar. In the early years, the vast majority of residents were native Swedes who shared language, customs, and trust in public institutions. That version of Malmö shaped Sweden's image as one of the safest countries in Europe. By 2026, that city is largely gone. Native Swedes now make up a minority of the population. Large communities from the Middle East, Africa, and South Asia now dominate entire districts. In many areas, Swedish is no longer the main language heard on the streets. Local police have openly acknowledged neighborhoods where patrols are limited due to safety risks. As the population changed, crime rose sharply. Malmö became known for gang conflicts, shootings, and explosive attacks that shocked the nation. Riots connected to religious tensions have erupted more than once. Many Swedish families say they no longer feel comfortable raising children in the city. Thousands have already left for smaller towns. Malmö stands as a warning of how fast change can happen when immigration grows faster than integration. Number 9 is Marseille. France. Marseille is one of the oldest cities in Europe. For centuries, it was proudly French, shaped by Mediterranean culture and national identity. In earlier decades, the city was overwhelmingly native French, the shared customs that connected people across generations. By 2026, Marseille feels deeply divided. More than half of its population now comes from immigrant backgrounds, mainly from North Africa and Sub-Saharan Africa. In large parts of the city, Arabic signs fill storefronts. Foreign languages dominate daily life, and traditional French culture feels distant. Unemployment remains high. Poverty is widespread. Drug trafficking and gang violence have turned some neighborhoods into danger zones. Riots erupt regularly, often triggered by clashes between police and local youth. Many native French families have quietly moved away, saying the city no longer feels like home. Marseille has become a symbol of how cultural fracture can follow uncontrolled demographic change. Number 8 is Brussels. Belgium. Brussels is the political heart of Europe. It hosts the institutions that shape laws for hundreds of millions of people. Yet by 2026, Brussels no longer reflects the Europe it governs. Native Belgians now form a small minority of the city. Immigrant communities dominate large districts, with Muslim populations exceeding half in some neighborhoods. Areas like Molenbeek have become internationally known for crime, underground networks, and radical activity. Crime has reshaped daily life. Residents avoid certain streets after dark. Robberies, assaults, and gang conflicts are common. Many longtime Belgians say they feel like strangers in their own capital. The city meant to represent European unity now struggles with deep division and loss of social trust. Number 7 is Birmingham, United Kingdom. Birmingham was once a core symbol of British industry and identity. In earlier decades, it was overwhelmingly white British, with stable communities and shared national culture. By 2026, that reality has changed completely. Native British residents now form a minority. Large Pakistani, Bangladeshi, and African communities dominate entire neighborhoods. The Muslim population has grown rapidly, reshaping public space, education, and daily life. The city has faced serious scandals, rising knife crime, and repeated tensions between groups. In many districts, English is no longer commonly spoken. Schools now serve a population where white British children are a small minority. Thousands of native families leave each year, moving to surrounding towns in search of stability. Birmingham shows how fast a major British city can lose its cultural center. Number 6 is Rotterdam. Netherlands. Rotterdam was once a proud Dutch port city, known for order, discipline, and shared civic values. In the past, it was overwhelmingly native Dutch. By 2026, Rotterdam has crossed a historic point. Native Dutch residents are now a minority. Large communities from Morocco, Turkey, Suriname, and Africa dominate the city. In some neighborhoods, mosques and halal markets define daily life. Crime has increased. Driven by trafficking networks and organized gangs, Dutch traditions have faded from public space. Many longtime residents complain about noise, disorder, and loss of cultural norms. Thousands of Dutch families leave each year, fueling a national debate about identity and integration. Number 5 is Frankfurt. Germany. Frankfurt is Germany's financial center and one of Europe's most important cities. It was once clearly German in character, shaped by shared customs and social rules. By 2026, less than half of the population is native German. Immigrant communities dominate large areas, especially from Turkey, the Middle East, and Africa. Knife crime, robberies, and gang violence have surged, giving Frankfurt one of the highest crime rates in the country. Police admit that some areas are controlled by youth gangs at night. Many Germans say the city no longer feels German. Thousands move to nearby towns each year, leaving behind a fractured urban core struggling with unemployment and social tension. Number 4 is Antwerp. Belgium. And Antwerp was once known for elegance, trade, and safety. In earlier decades, it was overwhelmingly native Belgian. By 2026, native Belgians make up less than half of the population. Moroccan and Turkish communities dominate large parts of the city. Islamic schools, mosques, and cultural institutions have replaced many traditional Flemish spaces. Antwerp is now regularly described as a crime hub due to drug trafficking and organized networks. Violence has become part of daily life in some districts. Many Belgian families have left, saying the city no longer reflects their values or feels safe. Number 3 is London, United Kingdom. London was once the heart of the English nation. In earlier decades, it was clearly British in language, culture, and identity. By 2026, white British residents make up a small minority of the city. Immigrants from across the world now shape daily life. In many boroughs, British culture feels distant. Schools report very low numbers of native British students. Knife crime, robberies, and gang violence dominate headlines. Thousands of native Londoners leave each year, moving to surrounding counties. London has become a global city without a clear national identity, leaving many longtime residents feeling displaced. Number 2 is Paris. France. Paris once defined French culture for the world. It was a city of shared identity, language, and tradition. By 2026, native French residents form a minority. Immigrant populations dominate many suburbs and districts. Riots have repeatedly shaken the city, with cars burned, streets destroyed, and police overwhelmed. Crime remains high, especially in immigrant-heavy areas. Many French families no longer feel safe. Schools in some suburbs report that most students come from non-native backgrounds. Paris is now deeply divided between its historic image and its present reality. Number 1 is Stockholm. Sweden. Stockholm represents the most dramatic transformation of all. Sweden was once known for trust, safety, and social unity. By 2026, native Swedes are no longer the majority in their own capital. Immigrant communities dominate large suburbs, with some areas almost entirely foreign-born. Police describe repeated riots, shootings, and attacks on officers. Many Swedes say they no longer feel welcome or safe. Thousands leave the city each year. Stockholm, once one of the safest capitals in Europe, now stands as a symbol of how quickly things can change when borders open faster than society can adapt. These are 10 European cities where immigration now dominates daily life in 2026. For millions of Europeans, this change feels sudden, overwhelming, and irreversible. If this can happen in Stockholm, Paris, and London, then no city is immune. Share your thoughts in the comments. Tell us which city shocked you the most. And if you believe these stories matter and deserve to be heard, support the video by liking it, sharing it, and subscribing so you do not miss what comes next.